All right, guys, welcome back to another game. Whoa, shit! I almost said game lounge. Damn, it's game chat.
Game
it is.
chat.
It is. Okay, people say so. This ain't game lounge. What happened? Look, it's a rebirth. It's a new reimagining. It's like we took an old map pack and we're selling you a new map pack, but it's reimagined. Okay, it's a new skin. Game chat episode 3, I guess. So it's just some of us, the original crew. We got Dosh. Say
What's
hi.
that?
How you doing?
How you doing? What's up? What's up?
And Rebecca Smiles, the
Hi.
Smileys. How you doing, guys? I like to keep it fun. I like to keep it, talk about gaming and fun stuff. But this week, something really bad happened, and we were talking before this started. Like, what do we do? What do we do? Do we ignore it? Do we pretend it didn't happen? Like other horrific events, or do we kind of mention it, give our thoughts and feelings on it? Because some people have asked us, what do we think about it? What's our opinion on it? Things like that. And so it's just so many people have talked about it. So maybe we can kind of go over it briefly and talk about our opinions. And we can start with something bad, and then we can get into fun gaming stuff. How's that sound? Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay.
I guess we can do that.
Yeah, I mean it's a big thing. Someone beat the high score for a mass shooting, man. That's horrible.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, listen. This is my opinion. The press keeps putting it in your head. The new highest kills for a single massacre. They keep beating it over our heads, and I don't like that they make it sound like a damn video game, like a new high score, most wounded ever. And I feel as if it's making this. It's almost presenting a challenge to these sick
Yeah.
fucks out there that are like, oh man, I gotta beat this guy's high score. I gotta get the most kills. I don't like it. It's borderline glorifying this guy.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
I won't say his name. I won't identify him. He's not gonna get any.
Can't get no publicity.
I
Yeah,
mean,
no,
he's already got enough. He's already got enough.
yeah.
Probably
No, for sure.
some wacko. Okay, to tried getting credit for it, but it appears that he was just, I don't know, man, someone that wasn't loved and just wanted to go out with the bang, I guess.
I don't know. I don't
That's
want to
messed
get too
up.
much into the details because, like you said, I agree. It's been covered and talked about a lot, but I do agree with you. Like the media has been going, they've just been saying and doing ridiculous things. They've been, oh, comparing numbers. Like this is the amount of stuff they've been using this to so viciously to reinforce gun control laws and the Second Amendment, and then they're like, it's also turned into a race war. It's like, why is the media saying this guy was a swell guy who didn't have this intent and painting him in this innocent light? And it was just so much the media was doing to kind of paint a picture instead of just cover exactly what happens. Like, look, a bunch of people in Vegas got shot up. Focus on the story and tell the story. They just start trying to sway you a certain way. And so I feel like the media, I don't know what the media was trying to do, but I mean, besides spreading it all over the place, I mean, it needs to be talked about, but
So
it
what's
really
this?
didn't give people the chance to decide on anything.
Yeah, 500 people got wounded. Vegas is like my home away from home. I used to make trips out there all the time. One of
Right.
my friends lives out there. Friends that work out there. No one that I know got hit or anything. But I'm still friends with my ex-girlfriend, and her cousin got shot in the hip, and then her boyfriend got hit 3 times. He got shot twice in the leg and once in the arm. They're both alive. They're fine. They're expected to make a good recovery, but it's it's traumatized them so much. At least the girl,
Right.
um, like she hasn't even been able to talk yet. She's just so distraught over it. Her
That's frightening.
boyfriend, yeah, it's crazy, dude. But her boyfriend, he is former military. He seems to be handling it much better. They're not sure how his leg is broken because it could have been broken from the bullets, or it could be broken from people stampeding over him. Because a lot of people realized after a while, like, well, we gotta get out of here, And
Right.
sometimes you're just trying to get out. You're just gonna step on someone, dude. It's crazy. So
Yeah,
what?
agreed.
So besides thoughts and prayers, what is how could this have been prevented? We need a solution to this.
I don't
know
think
if
you
it's a
can
hard
prevent it though. That's the thing. It's like people, if they're
Right.
dedicated to doing something and they plan it ahead of time, they're gonna go along with it. Even if you think they're not, people might think like, oh, look at Chester Bennington, like he was so depressed and everything, and they never thought like once that he would end up like committing suicide. Like
Right.
people are happy one day and the next day it's like, oh, they can just be either mass killers or they can do something to harm like a whole bunch of people. You can't prevent that. It's based off of the person themselves.
Yeah, that's the truth. And then, and again, I hate to have to bring this up, but I mean, again, look at how the media painted this guy. Oh, he was a nice guy. He would never do this. They come from a rich family, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. The last thing you would have thought is, at least from their point of view, is, oh, this guy's gonna go up to this window, buy all this stuff, and shoot up a concert. So, I mean, it's hard to really kind of pinpoint what the issue is, and kind of the reason why people are getting involved in gun control. Everyone starts bringing up, oh, gun control. We got to take guns out of people's hands. This is the only way to solve this and deal with it. Like, that's the first thing people are going to. So it seems to be the solution that, at least, I don't know if it's just activists doing it or the media doing it. I mean, someone's in charge here, but that seems to be the first go-to, just take guns out of everybody's hands. So I don't know.
I find the media like super insensitive when it comes to topics, especially when it comes to like, the whole thing happened with the mass shooting. The media will try to pick the biggest title they can and put it on in order for people to watch them, and that's the scummy thing of them to do, because they'll be like, wow, biggest mass shooting in like the world history, and then there's people
bring
who
money,
like,
man, that's how it goes. So stupid.
They'll just do anything just to get more views and take advantage of like such tragedies that happen like this, especially like when it comes to like, especially all the hurricanes that were happening too. Like they were taking advantage of everything by making up like, not even that, but just like false titles. Like a lot of the information they put out there wasn't even true.
Right.
Good old-fashioned clickbait, man.
That's where it came from before it went to YouTube, dude.
That's true.
That's a fact.
True. It's sad.
You know what would have been scary though?
Man.
I imagine something too, because we are getting into the millennial. We're finally embracing the millennial marketing and how to appeal to millennials. What if we start getting to the point where the media starts using memes to cover?
I'm pretty sure they already do. Like people will make up like, use memes.
Like, what if you saw, like, imagine for a second, what if you saw a caption? It was like, Vegas shooting feels bad, man. Like, how I'm sorry, but like, that's just the first thing that came to my mind. But isn't that kind of cutthroat? But just imagine if that's the way. Like, admittedly though, that would draw attention. Like, did they really just use a meme? I gotta click this. Did they really just use a meme to quote a tragedy? And then clickbait works. I just noted that because I saw some. Just somewhat off topic. I was watching two social media fast food restaurants have a rap battle, and they used memes and stuff. And I'm like, this is smart marketing. And then I got freaked out. I was like, whoa, is this where we're going? We're gonna start using memes and stuff to sell things? I mean, what if the media starts using this to push propaganda? It's like, it's a scary thing. So the media needs to learn how to be a little bit more compassionate towards scenarios, especially like this one, because people died. A lot of people died. And the media is just like, oh, I need views. Here's a perfect time to make some money. Come on.
Yeah, mainstream media is dying, though. Like, they're part of the reason why the whole apocalypse happened. That Wall Street journalist, he got salty that, they're losing money. Him and all his blogs, all these mainstream, old school newspapers who transferred over to online, they're just losing all kinds of money to, like, Reddit and vloggers.
Right.
Fucking Snapchat, even.
Don't you have to pay to even?
Because I feel like those are just different avenues of telling a story. So I don't feel like media died. I think this just changed from its usual platform.
Yeah.
Wait, don't you have to pay to like use some of those websites for journalism too?
Yeah, Wall Street Journal, you do.
Yeah, see, I think that's their problem. If they were to just run a couple ads around the website itself instead of like making people pay to read their website, then they probably wouldn't be losing so much money.
But as far as using memes and like bitmojis and emojis and all that stuff for mainstream marketing, yeah, a lot of people do that. Have you heard of the subreddit r fellow kids?
No,
I don't really use Reddit.
You're hear a lot of typing right now because I'm about to look that up. Fellow kids.
Okay, fellow kids. If you go on there, you could see where there's old people and just corporations trying to use kids or millennials memes and use it for stuff. Like there's this lady, if you go to a fellow kids right now, there's this lady making a city council campaign poster. And you know how it usually has their name, vote for Cindy City Council. Well, hers has one of those Bitmojis from Facebook, like what Facebook moms use, those little animated characters. Re-elect City Johnson, and then has her Bitmoji character.
Wait. Isn't that that's the Bitmoji? Okay, I'm thinking like that's that. Remember that Kardashian game we played like 2 years ago, Mikey? Don't ask why we did that though. It looked like one of those characters. Yeah. Didn't it look like one of those? That's what I thought it was. That's crazy.
There's like some driving school that puts a bunch of old school meme face. I say old school from like 5 years ago. That's old school. Remember the troll face guy?
Yes.
Like Rage Face and Badass Face. I don't remember all their names, but they were like really big 5 years ago. Just go on there and you can see all kinds of like corporations, businesses trying to get in with the kids, fellow kids. But I didn't really see much of that because I got almost all my news off of like Reddit, Twitter, Instagram, even Instagram. Like Instagram, you could just see people's feeds and live streams of what was going on down there, dude. Fuck the media.
Right.
So, but yeah, dude, it was pretty crazy. So how do we fix this? Because this guy had 10 assault rifles. We're all American here, and so we know growing up, having firearms, that's just part of that's in our national DNA, dude. The right to bear arms is so big with us. And I know a lot of people, Kiwis, Aussies, Brits, you guys don't get it. You think we're maniacs for how much we love our guns. How are we going to change that, dude? Because you just can't take away Americans' guns. They're going to flip out. What's the solution? It's got to be a compromise.
I think that's the biggest. I think that's the biggest issue. It has to be a compromise. Again, I got to keep.
I have one. I have a compromise.
All right, go ahead.
And let's see what you guys think. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're 21 years old right now, you're what? Born in 97. Okay.
Oh God, I'm old.
How about
God,
this?
man, you made me just think about how old we are.
If you were born after, anyone who was born before 97, which basically means if you're 19 and under. Actually, I'm sorry, I should make that 18 and under.
18 under.
So what's 18 years ago? That'd be 90.
Don't say the number.
No.
I want to cry. Don't say it.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, thank you.
If you're under the age of 18, you can't buy an assault rifle. You can't buy one. You can buy a shotgun. You can buy a hunting rifle. You can buy a handgun. Okay, you can have home defense, but you just can't buy an AR. Sorry, kids. If you're 17 and under, you don't get an assault rifle. Okay, that's it. That's the cutoff. So our generation can continue enjoying assault rifles until we die, and once we're gone, that's it. That old generation will be like Australia right now, because back in 96, they totally revamped their gun laws.
Is that what Australia did?
It is so strict, yeah, because they had 35 people killed, 23 wounded in 96 in Australia. I think they can have better control since they don't have Canada and Mexico to smuggle in shit. You know what I mean? Right. Like we do. I don't think we can replicate what Australia did. There's no way. But we can slowly phase it out, because all these kids, 17, 16, 15-year-olds, they won't know, and even younger, 10-year-olds, they won't know what it's like to grow up in a world with ARs. Because all of our parents and our grandparents, they could buy submachine guns, but we don't know what it's like. Right. We've never been able to buy submachine guns because submachine guns were illegal back in the early 80s.
Yeah. So
to us, we didn't lose anything. There's nothing for me, you, and Becca to get mad over. Oh, I can't buy no Uzi. Like, we grew up never. You see what I mean? We grew up never being able to buy a Uzi, so we don't know what it's like. So this generation coming up, they need to just not have access to ARs. I mean, you have good luck taking an AR away from your daddy's hands, your grandparents' hands. That's not going to happen. Okay, NRA is going to give up this fight.
My thing is this though: what do we need ARs for?
We don't need them right now. We don't need them right now.
Most
Right. I
people only
mean,
use them for like hunting, anyways.
right. And
Hunting?
so I don't know.
Not
I was
really.
gonna say I don't think people are bringing AKs and M16s to the
No,
you know what I'm saying? I don't think they're
no,
bringing
you're not.
M16s
It's for
to the
fun.
forest. Yeah,
It's for fun. It's a fun hobby, and I get it, man. I got a lot of friends that have AR-15s that you modify and you customize. I get all that, but you don't need 10 of them, dude. You can have like maybe 5, and that's pushing it, man.
right.
You don't need that many.
I'm all for weapons control in the sense of like I mean I think we should all have weapons training. I'm not against that, right? But I think one of the things that I would love is, in my opinion, see I like shooting guns. It's something I did for my birthday last year. It was really dope. I would like if necessary get a membership and register guns to a gun club and only use that gun in a gun club. And if war breaks out, then you have access to all those guns that you know how to shoot and have certified training for. I would think that would be dope as hell. I mean,
That's
that
what
way,
Australia has. That's what Australia has.
I think
To be
that
part
is
of a gun
sweet.
club.
Right, I think that's sweet. And then the guns never go with you; they're locked up somewhere, right? Usually at the gun club. And then, I mean, obviously, if there's a murder, you know where to find the guns that did it because only people that have access to it is the gun club owners, right? And that gives you the chance to train and do the things you love and, stick with your hobby, so on and so forth. And keeps the guns off the streets. Again, I just don't see the point of anybody right now having an assault rifle in public. Now, with that said, I know Texas last year, maybe the year before, had a law passed where you can openly carry a weapon. And it was like a good probably week or so where there was nothing but pictures all on Instagram. Actually, that's funny you say that. Yeah, it was all over Instagram, and people are just open carrying around cops and stuff. You saw more people holding guns than you did smoking weed in front of cops. Like that's how big it was. It was insane. And I mean, I'm all for freedoms. I'm just trying to figure out like why do you guys need ARs to walk to the store? I mean, unless all y'all live in Crenshaw, it's kind of weird to me.
Yeah, but even then, you don't see that happening.
Right.
You think in the West Coast and the East Coast, we just don't walk around with an assault rifle.
Right. No, that was a Southern thing, by the way. I should mention that. It was in Texas.
I mean, if you could, are you kidding? There'd be gangbangers shooting each other left and right. It'd be crazy.
Yeah, it's a fact.
But in the Midwest down south, it's like it's an extreme symbol of freedom. And I get it, man. I think everyone should be able to have a shotgun in their house, handgun, whatever. Someone breaks in, blast them, dude. If someone's trying to rob you, blast them. I get that. But you don't need a fucking assault rifle with a 100-round magazine, a drum mag. You don't need that. That's what that guy had. He had multiple assault rifles. When the barrel would heat up, he would just dump it, slap in 100 round in the next one, and go off. And he probably had one of those gat cranks. Did you see those vids on it?
I didn't. I heard about it though, and it was like, why can you even get that kind of thing?
I remember. Well, it's $40. It's a $40. It's a. I hate to say it. It's basically a modded controller. It's $40. It is, dude. It's $40. It's $40. You put it on the trigger and you crank it like an old school Gatling gun from the 1800s, a gat crank. And when you're spinning it up, if you go back and watch those videos, you can hear it. Like it goes up and down, up. Like it's very random because it depends on how fast you spin it. It'll fire the trigger 3 rounds per rotation.
Right.
And it's a $4 mod, and you lose control of your rifle a little bit. But there's no reason to have a gat crank on your assault rifles. It's basically a range toy. And this guy used it to just go off because no human can launch off 1,000 rounds with their finger like that.
Yeah.
Why? Because we made a law to not have automatic rifles so that shit wouldn't happen. And he basically went around it. And that leads to the other thing, which is criminals, they just don't follow laws.
Yeah, right.
Because they're criminals. That's part of the job application. Do you follow the law? No. Okay, you could be a criminal. It's kind of messed up because that could be a fun toy. Honestly, a gat crank could be a fun toy. You take it to the range and you just have fun and you spray down a bunch of soda cans and it could be a lot of fun. But unfortunately, this guy ruined it for everybody and now you can't do that no more. Just like how he ruined, maybe you can't own 10 assault rifles no more. Maybe we got to limit it to like 3.
Right.
And I'm trying to have some compromise here. Yeah, I get 3 assault rifles is too much, but you can't take away everyone's weapons. You can't do that right now. And that's why I'm thinking anyone who's under 18, you just don't get to buy one no more. And so our generation, we can continue to buy them and enjoy them, but after we're dead, that's it. It's game over, and you're just stuck with shotguns, hunting rifles, and handguns.
With
So you
that said,
still
how
get
old was the guy that committed this act?
it's
He
like
was 64.
60s.
64. Okay.
He had 2 planes. He was well off, at least. Maybe he lost all his money. Who knows? There's no motivation yet at the time of this recording.
Interesting.
I do think those gat cranks need to be illegal, though. I'm sorry. There's no fucking reason to have one. It's just
Yeah,
it's just a toy.
it doesn't seem logical. Yeah, it is a toy. So yeah, I agree with you on that. That makes no sense.
There's also they also make these special barrels. I can't think of the name of them, but it'll turn your assault rifle into a automatic also. But it's not as popular as the gat crank is. So that'll probably need to be illegal. Maybe we gotta limit the number of ARs you can own. But see, in America, like, the cat's out of the bag. It's like, how are you gonna put it back in there without it clawing at you and scratching at you? And not to mention, we have Mexico. They're still to this day smuggling drugs, weapons, and that'll probably never stop. If someone really, really wants a SMG, fully auto weapon, they can still get it. But at least we gotta make it a little bit tougher.
Yeah, I was gonna say the prices will go up. So
Yeah, I mean they can't. I mean drum mags. I don't know the full on drum mags, but at least out here in the West Coast, it's like you can have I believe 8 in the handgun, and then it's like limited to like 15 or something in the AR, or I'm sorry, 10. It's crazy low.
right.
So yeah, dude. I mean, my solution is our generation's fucked, and they just need to die out along with our current gun laws.
I was gonna say, I mean, all these generations is on some other stuff. The old ones, the current ones, the ones coming up, everybody messed up, man. We need help.
But Australia has proven that if you yank away almost what they did was they said, bring in your guns, we'll give you money for them. And then they revamped everything super duper strict. You got to be part of a gun club. To own an AR, you have to prove that an AR is useful in what you do. Maybe you hunt down feral pigs. Okay, that's a legit profession where you need an AR. I don't know if you can search these videos on YouTube of people taking down feral pigs, because there's parts of the country where pigs are just going bonkers, and you need a full-on AR with a drum mag to take out all these things. Like, that's a legit reason why to need it. But if you're not hunting down feral animals, you don't need a drum mag. You don't need an assault rifle. All right, you can do fine with a shotty or a single shot rifle, 2-shot handgun if you're in security, whatever. So, and they haven't had a mass shooting since '96, so it works. The problem is firearms are just so ingrained in American freedom and America and our Second Amendment. It's like just so ingrained, the right to bear arms. You know what I mean? It's just part of our culture. And that's going to take many, many years to weed out or to modify.
I'm not really too knowledgeable about like gun laws or anything, or like why people have the ability of having specific or certain weapons. But in my opinion, I think people should not just be allowed to have automatic weapons at all. I mean, yeah, shotguns and pistols I can agree on for like
but
safety.
They're fun.
Yeah, of course they're fun, but I don't think people should have like automatic weapons. Like it shouldn't be acceptable unless you're like, you are at a gun range, or you are in the army or something like that, or it's in like an actual protected area.
Yeah. But then it goes down to, well, criminals don't follow laws, so don't give a fuck. And by the way, even if they outlaw gat cranks, those little spinning things, I mean, you can still make one. You can just Google a picture of one and you can make one. It's just with a die cutter and some sheet metal. You could do it if you really want one. It's like I said, it's a modded controller, with lack of a better word.
That's too much extra stuff. Why don't people just play Call of Duty?
I know, right? What I'm saying? This guy didn't play no video games. So I'm like, what are they gonna blame this on? He didn't get brainwashed by Al Qaeda. He didn't play violent video games. He's an old ass man.
Well, okay, remember the media painted him as a pretty swell guy. He was a swell guy. You know, he liked
So
country music and had a good life. He was just mentally disabled. He's not a terrorist.
I don't think he liked country music though.
He's not a terrorist, according to the media. He's just, just whatever.
You know what I bet? You know what I bet? He wasn't loved. If he was loved and he was happy, would he want to do something like that? If he was happy and loved by somebody and had love in his life, would he do that?
I don't know. I mean, he
I don't
had a
think
wife.
so.
Do you think the wife was just there for the money?
He didn't have a wife. He had a girlfriend.
My bad. The girlfriend was just there for the money.
I don't know, because he did apparently end up giving her like $100,000 before she left, and maybe she knew that he was gonna do this, and he's like, "Here, have some money to take care of yourself before I leave." But even then, like, it's crazy if he knew he was gonna do it, and then he ended up killing himself. Like, he had that set in stone, like there was no stopping him or anything. And I'm actually kind of curious, like, how he got specific weapons, because I thought some of them you can only get through, like, being in the army or something. Unless I don't know. People keep saying, like, he went through the black market or something like that.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, right? The story is his family came from, like, he's the son of a bank robber, some crazy stuff like that. I don't know if that's just a rumor, but that's what's
he's
going
like part of the FBI's most wanted list, like his dad was or something. That's what I read.
Right, something like that. So I mean, when you have that kind of demographic flooding around you, I'm pretty sure you can buy a lung or a gun or a country or two. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he's got the connections.
I just think that this guy wasn't fully mentally there. He wasn't happy. Maybe he was depressed. Maybe wasn't loved. And I think that he was a lost cause, possibly. But I think that if you recognize someone that needs help and you could see they're having suicidal thoughts, something, maybe they want to go out with a bang like this guy. And maybe you could be there and you can recognize it and you can help them somehow. Do something about it. I don't know. But this guy had no one around to help him, or else this wouldn't have happened. I think there's a solution for everything, and I don't think he was mentally happy. And I don't know, maybe stronger mental check tests could be part of before buying a gun. But I mean, we already have the 30-day wait limit, cool off period. So like when you go in to buy a gun, you gotta wait 30 days, and then you come pick up your gun, and then you kill somebody. You gotta wait at least to cool off.
So are you playing a neutral ground here when you're saying this? I'm just curious. Do you think he was mentally ill? Do you think he was a terrorist? Do you think he was a mentally ill terrorist?
I don't think he was a terrorist. Yeah, people say, well, he fits the description, terrorizing people. No, he's not a terrorist because he's not going to stop anyone from, well, he probably might stop a few people, but he won't stop me from going to country concerts or going outdoors and doing stuff. Yeah, I know I play video games 24/7, but I do go outside. I do go to things.
I was gonna say, do you go outside? Never mind, you correct me.
But he's not gonna change that. I'm still gonna go on a train, all that stuff. I'm not gonna let them control my life, and they won't terrorize me. Right after 9/11 happened, I still got on a plane. I went to go visit my friend in New York. I did not get terrorized. That's not a terrorist to me.
That's funny because I'm going to Vegas next weekend. That's pretty funny. I'll tell you guys about it at the end.
Okay, but he didn't scare you. If he really terrorized you, Doe, she'd be like, "Oh, I'm not going to Vegas. I'm scared."
Nah, damn all that shit. I'm broke. I'm going there because I'm broke. I don't give a damn about no terrorism. If I can't pay my bills, he gonna have to. The problem is he ain't shoot me. If he shot me, I wouldn't give a damn because I'd be too busy being dead. But I ain't dead right now, which means I still got bills to pay.
I don't feel he's a terrorist in the traditional sense of an organized group like Al Qaeda who likes to do these orchestrated attacks. You know what I mean? I think he was just some random dude who wasn't happy with his life. He wasn't happy, and he didn't get any help to fix that. I don't know what the problem was, but someone who's happy and doing great in life, you don't see Elon Musk going out and doing a mass murder. He's happy. He's probably getting his dick sucked every day. He's got three of the best companies in the world.
He could blow the planet up, man. He got that planetary explosion money. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Nothing's gonna stop you. Nothing can stop anyone from doing anything. It's crazy if you really think about it. When you're driving your car, what is to stop you from jabbing your steering wheel into the opposite of traffic and going head on with someone? Nothing. Absolutely nothing can stop you.
Bro, Elon
But
Musk is creating Skynet, man. That might be his way of committing suicide. I'm just
but
saying, yo.
if your life is going good, things are all right, you're not going to be tempted to drive into oncoming traffic.
Yo, that just dawned on me. You think our viewers know what the heck Skynet is? I'm a little scared now because I aged
Skynet
myself.
from Terminator.
Yeah, I don't think. Do you think they know what that is? Because I just said it to say it, but like,
That's
Yeah,
an
Google
old movie.
Skynet, guys. Google
I just
Skynet.
realized that
Google.
B21 is 1997, so they might not know what Skynet is. So I might have just. Man, I feel old. Damn.
And while you're Googling Skynet, Google Australia 1996 gun laws and look it up and see if it could work in America. So we've been, I didn't think we'd talk about it this long, but it's horrible. That's my solution. You guys probably don't like it. Does anyone else have any other solutions before we move on to fun stuff?
I got none, but I got a question for y'all later, like in a second. If Smiley doesn't have anything.
Oh, is it about the shooting?
It's so weird. I don't know how to give an opinion on it because like everyone has, you know, their different views on it. I don't believe in violence. At the same time, I'm like, I don't know, because like you were talking about earlier, how if you were inside a car and then you're gonna drive on ongoing traffic if you're in a bad place. Like me specifically, I'm paranoid. Like I get paranoid for some of this stuff. Like I can picture how families would kind of get scared to, you know, want to be able to go places with their family because they're scared now if something's gonna happen. Because it's so much more common now than it was like a while ago. For me, like when I was at my worst moment, when I was super depressed, I never thought about killing myself because obviously I had so much more of a life to live and I was just, you know, depressed within that moment and I knew it could either get better or it could get worse and I had to, you know, stick it out to see where it went. But I don't think I could ever, you know, force myself to hurt myself plus other people with me if it got to that point. But for this guy to do it to like everybody, that's like a coward thing to do.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But he's on the way out, so he doesn't really care what your opinion is of him being a coward. He just accepts that he's a piece of shit, and he's gonna go out like one.
I mean, well, he's already dead, so I mean, he doesn't really care who's calling him what, because he knew that in the end, once if he did get caught for doing what he did, he was gonna have to live the life of, you know, staying inside a jail cell for until, you know, his death.
No.
And I'm pretty sure he wouldn't want to live that.
I because to add to your point, I did date a girl who flat out made it clear that she hated herself. And you're right. This woman abused everybody around her, including herself. And she was committed to the fact that she was never going to be anything better than what she was. And she was committed to ruining any life whatsoever around her, including her own. So that's true. This is true. Some people are just like that. And you gotta pray they don't take you out along the way. That's the truth. That's a sad truth, but that is the truth.
So I'll tell you something I said when I was like 17, 16, because I've had depression now. Every now and then it pops up, and I had it when I was like 16, 17. And I told my friends, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just steal a car and just go on a fucking car chase, dude, and see what happens. See what the cops get me. Suicide by cop, like. But that's a kid talking. That's a stupid kid saying something like that. So I can kind of I hate to say it, but I can kind of understand this mentality of going out with a bang. It's sad, but I can kind of get it. I wouldn't fucking kill people though. I wouldn't go that far. So that's what tells me that this guy really lost it.
Yeah.
He really lost it, and he wasn't loved, and he didn't feel any support. So I feel everyone should just love each other, and if you find someone that's going through some shit, try and be there and try to help them in some form of way. Put some effort, man, because who knows what timeline you're preventing from happening. You know what I mean?
Just they got all futuristic and stuff over there.
I'm serious, dude. You could be preventing a timeline of death happening. I try to be nice to everybody, even if you're a dirty bum on the side of the road. I try to be nice to everyone. I really do.
I don't know, man. There's people who will constantly come towards me and they'll just be rude and say horrible things to me, and I'll still be nice to them because like I feel like most people they only do that because they're having a bad day and maybe they just need someone to like, you know, for a punching bag. If it's like small things, I don't mind, but if it's like to the next level, I'd be like, all right, we gotta help settle this situation. But I mean, I can never be mean.
Well, That's usually when I haven't had my cigarette yet. When I do that to you, Becca.
Listen, you're never mean to me though. You're probably one of the kinder people that I've ever met.
Becca, I don't know what you be doing to get on Mikey's good side, but Mikey stay trying to cut me. I don't understand it, man. That's ridiculous.
All right, guys. So we talked about that for 40 freaking minutes. I didn't think it'd be that long, but we had to acknowledge it. It's horrible. And so can we all agree everyone be nice to each other at least?
Hey, man, internet hugs for everybody, unless you're PewDiePie.
And the gun law thing, it's complicated. It's so complicated because I don't think there's any cut and dry. I want to limit it. Becca, you think there shouldn't be no guns? Doge, what do you think?
They shouldn't be no ARs, or guns shouldn't be outside a gun club. That's what I think. There you go.
Yeah. See, and I feel like we should have at least 2 ARs, at least 2 or 3, because I get how cool they are and fun. It's a cool hobby, and it's part of our culture, man. It's so difficult. We all have different varying opinions of it, and we're just 3 people here. I'm sure you have a different opinion. It's so complicated, and I think a big part is it's just part of our damn history here. So can we talk about games? The damn thing is called Game Chat.
Okay, so I'm glad you said that. I got questions for y'all because you guys were the only ones that got a chance to check all this stuff out. So this week, I know the Call of Duty beta wrapped up, right? And you guys tried that out. And I also want to know what y'all thought about did you guys try out Star Wars? Yeah, y'all had Star Wars, right?
I got it.
Mikey tried it out.
Mikey, you got it. Okay, so I want to know your thought because I'm hyped for it. I saw some pictures. It looks better than the first one, or it looks more updated than the first one. And it's been a while, but I mean, is it worth even trying to jump into? Like, what do you think?
Well, Becca, you played the PC one.
I played the first one, yeah, not the second one.
I played the console beta, and then I played the PC beta. I didn't fare so well because they disabled aim assist. I need aim assist. I think it's gonna be a great Call of Duty. I think the story is gonna be one of the best. It looks to be one of the best stories.
Wait, did you just call it a Call of Duty?
No, he's talking about Call of Duty. I mentioned both. So.
World War II.
Okay.
Oh, we're talking about World War II beta.
No,
right?
Yeah, we're talking about World War II. Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about it real quick. Yeah, it looks cool. It looks great. It's a great looking game. It didn't irritate me or annoy me very much.
Okay.
I'll say that. I don't know how the DLC is going to work because DLC is a big care pack or supply drops, whatever. That's a big thing. Let's see how they handle it. They just announced today, as of this recording, that they have another bonus map that's coming out, which was okay. So Dosh, you played BO3, right?
I did. No? Yep, I did.
Okay, remember that one map where it was a snowy map, and then there was a map on the side of the wall?
Oh, yes.
Okay, that map that's on the side of the wall, that was called Keratin, and that's coming as a whole separate map. That map is actually from COD 2. COD 2, 10, 11 years ago. No one alive played it. So now they're bringing that map back for whatever reason.
The only way you can play that map is by buying the $50 season pass or the digital deluxe version, which is $100. All right, so here's a hard question real quick. So do you think, because remember how long Black Ops 2 stayed around, do you think this is a Call of Duty game that's going to have, not the same longevity, but some kind of longevity, more than, 6 months, 1 year that it usually has? Because, I mean, at this point, I've been just ditching Call of Duty games until I feel like there's one that really just grabs me. And I haven't had a chance to check this one out yet, though. But, I mean, I don't want another scenario where I buy, like, for example, Infinite Warfare. That game lasted like 3 months, and then it just died, right? And then a new Call of Duty came out, and then that lasted 3 months, and then it died. I just don't want to get into that scenario again.
Yeah, well, Build 3 is still popping. I mean, they're still releasing weapons and doing all kinds of stuff with it. It's a smooth game. It's not perfect by any means.
Right.
I don't know, dude. It's been over a decade, and new things are popping up. The Battle Royale genre is popping right now.
That's true.
Can you see a Battle Royale inside COD, though?
I mean...
I think they could do that for a PC version.
I was gonna say right. I don't think the maps are big enough for a battle royale, but the structure is there. I mean, if you see search and destroy and how that works, that's fine. The only question is, are we gonna start getting into perks? Like airdrops. Are they gonna have perks in it, weapons? I mean, that could make it unique if they really wanted to slide into the battle royale like the genre and kind of introduce that to a Call of Duty game. Although with that said, I think that would kind of prove that COD is going through an identity crisis. So don't do it. I don't think.
I think COD World War II is going to be fun, but how long it will last, I don't know. We'll have to wait till a month after release.
Fair enough. All right. So what about Star Wars?
Star Wars. So none of you have played the beta yet.
Not yet.
No.
Okay. So Star Wars has a very unique player base. They're very much casual players. There is no pro scene. There is no top streamers. There is no big YouTuber playing that. It's just a basic game that's fun to play with your friends.
Right.
It's very casual. And in the first one, there was no perks. There was no nothing. To get a special character like Luke Skywalker or Darth Vader, you had to camp the pickup coin, wait for it to spawn, and then you can rush it and pick it up. The problem is people camping for stuff. So they removed that. So now it works like I can't think of a game that does this, but you work up a bunch of score, and then once you reach a right amount of points, then you can call on Luke Skywalker or Rey from Star Wars Force Awakens, or Darth Maul from, was it Star Wars Episode 4?
Episode
5?
Darth Maul? That's episode 1.
Yeah. Darth Maul, the guy with the red and black.
Yeah, the red dude. That's episode 1 and 2, isn't it?
Oh, wait, those are the prequels?
Yeah. Maul is in the prequels.
Yeah. Oh, the prequels. Okay. So, I don't know. I can't remember a game that did that. Maybe Homefront, if anyone played that back in the day. You just basically kill enough people, play the objective. That's what's cool. You do get score for playing the objective. Get enough score, and then you can play as your favorite hero. You can control Boba Fett's Slave One ship, all kinds of spaceships. So no more camping. Awesome. There's now perks and classes. You could be a heavy machine gunner that runs and guns. You could be a sniper, a spotter. You could be sort of a middle ground. And there's some other class I haven't played with. You see what I mean? It's way more in depth. So that's cool. Now, that was Season Pass, but it's free.
Oh, okay.
That's 16 maps, dude. 16 maps, more heroes, and a bunch of weapons and vehicles, all kinds of shit. Sounds good, right? Well, they got to make their money somehow. They got to make their money. The catch is a lot of those perks that you want, characters that you want. See, the vehicles now have perks, like up to 6 perks. So everything has been fractured and split all over the place. So either you can do the grind for the entire year that the game is out, or you can drop however much money you want. But I'm willing to bet it's probably like $50 worth, maybe more, that you drop on COD points. I don't know what they're called, star points, but it's the same. It's the same concept. You spend money on COD points, then you go to the black market supply area, and then you open up the supply drops, and then you get your perks, emotes, weapons, all kinds of stuff. Everything has been fractured so much.
That definitely seems like a pay-to-win situation right there.
It's borderline. It is on the fine line. However, all the maps are free, so there's no longer searching for games forever, because now everyone has the maps. So if you are a casual person that plays maybe on just the weekends, you're probably going to get your ass kicked, because people will have, sleight of hand and faster regen. And their ships are going to be better, because some of the ships have increased health regen by 10%, 20%, 30%. That's an advantage. Being able to regenerate your shields at 30% faster.
Yeah, that's kind of
than a casual. Yeah, they're fucked. So it's an interesting balance. It is borderline pay to win. It is. But if you're so good at the game, then maybe you don't need to have that 30% health regen. Maybe you're smart enough to know, okay, I'm going to retreat, let my health pick up, and then I'll come back into the fight. But that is a disadvantage, though.
So you think it's a game that's going to hold this? Because I don't want to just group all of them in together, but it's kind of obvious that Well, I mean, let me ask this question first. Does the game feel like Battlefield, like the other one did? Because that was kind of the thing
You
that
mean
made me want to
Battlefront?
jump into it.
Does it feel
Oh
like
no, yeah,
Battlefront?
does this Battlefront feel like Battlefield? Because both EA titles. You remember Battlefield?
I doubt that
Because that was kind of the thing
Battlefield
that made me
has.
appreciate the first Battlefront. Like it felt like, for me at least, I felt that way. Like it felt like,
It
unless I'm thinking of a different game, it felt
I've
like
never I've never seen it like anywhere near like looking like Battlefield because that's a simulation, right? Like, compared to like
yeah,
Star.
no, it felt like. I mean, I agree with that, but I don't know. Like when I played the first one, it felt like Battlefield. It didn't look like it; just felt like it. The play style, the way the guns work, the way the hit detection, all that stuff work. It just felt
all
like
that's
a Battlefield game.
all that's the same. The sound is no one ever complained about the sound of the graphics. The sound of the graphics are like 9 out of 10.
Right.
The sound is straight from Lucasfilm. The artwork is fucking beautiful. It is
Right.
beautiful on console. I can't even imagine on PC. And no one ever complained about that. The controls are great, but it's a third person game. Absolutely. If you go into first person, you're at a disadvantage
Yeah.
because you can't see around corners. It looks
Yeah,
badass. So like
true.
if you're first person in a TIE fighter, wow, it feels like you're really in there. The lighting is perfect. It's so good. You feel like you're in a TIE fighter, but you lose your peripheral. So it's more of a fun thing. So I did not feel like I was playing Battlefield at all because it's third person.
Gotcha.
Essentially, you feel free to go first person. It'll look cool, but you're nerfing yourself. You're at a disadvantage. It's very interesting. I felt
How
like it's like a,
long?
huh?
Oh, sorry. Go on.
It felt like a Fortnite, but that actually, I don't know. It's kind of weird to say. It felt like you just get to respawn in Fortnite, but there's no building. It's very good controls. Fortnite has pretty good controls. I think very good, solid, and so did this game.
So
By the way,
it's like Battlefield Heroes then, because that's that's what Fortnite reminds me of. But go ahead, go ahead.
I mean, the open beta starts tomorrow, October 6th, or
okay.
whenever you're watching this, October 6th. So you guys can play it. It's on Xbox, PS4, PC. On PC, you got to go to Origin. I think PC will probably look the best, though. But you got to deal with hackers and NPC and whatever. I think it's more of a console game.
Well,
But what were you saying,
that's
Becca?
just beta though, right? Like you don't
Open
think they're gonna
beta.
have hackers in the beta, or do you?
Not on console. Not on
No, I
console. I
meant for
think
PC. Because if anything, I would like to try it out tomorrow. Because like I don't want to give something, like I don't want to say something about a game without even having to try it. Because like, in my opinion, based off of the first one, I feel like the game only survived like a month before everyone gave up on it and moved on to something else. But that's just based off of the fact that there's so many games now that we only have like so much time for one, and then we move on to the next one.
This month's gonna be rough. I just remember that. We'll get into releases later. Go ahead.
Star Wars Battlefront is not a Twitch game. It is not a YouTube game. It is a game for Star Wars fans. If you are a Star Wars fan, which I am, you will absolutely love this game because it is the best Star Wars game to date. You feel like you're in there. The sounds are there. The voices of the actual characters. Like, I was just randomly playing, and then I heard Rey, the girl, running behind me, and then she's shouting out stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, it's Rey. And it was her. It was a voice actress. She was in there. And I'm like, wow, that's so cool. And the sound, the lightsaber sounds, it's not a competitive game though. It's not competitive because you die so easily, and it's 40 people. 20 versus 20 people? You're gonna get shot in the back. All kinds of crazy stuff's gonna happen. There's no quick scoping. I don't see it being competitive at all. Not like Battlefield. At least Battlefield had somewhat of a competitive scene, right?
Right.
I've never seen it though for competitive.
It's just for like casual gamers that like Star Wars and they want to play a Star Wars game. My old roommate, he played Battlefront on his PS4 all fucking year long. He's probably still playing it. Right. And he loved it. And he played it every single day, dude. Every single day. So and he's not a gamer by any means. He's like, he'll play like who's the God of War, the little puppets on PS4.
Oh,
Little Big Planet.
Little Big Planet. Little Big. Shit like that. What are we playing? We play Fortnite, PUBG, Call of Duty, Overwatch. we're sweating it out. We're nerds. So that Battlefront is a chill game. You smoke a blunt, you have a tequila shot, you just chill in bed, and you just have fun with your friends. It's that kind of game. I do not see it having a big lifespan on Twitch or YouTube, but it is fun. It is fun, and I like the space battles. I did get a little sick at first. I got a little seasick, but after a while, I learned the controls, and it was fun. But it can be kind of boring to spectate. Like, do you really want to spectate someone flying around in a spaceship? I don't
Most of
know,
the
but
time, if I'm ever watching someone play a game and the game seems boring, I think most people tend to want to watch people that are gonna make the game entertaining in some sort of way.
yeah.
But I think
mean,
that's very rare too, though.
Well, interesting. Look at Marksman. He gets 1,000 people. I think I mentioned this last week. He gets 1,000 people playing Black Ops 3. Then he jumps on Fortnite, and then he drops down to 200, 100. It's like, wow.
It's
So
funny when I see him jump on RuneScape. That's my favorite thing. I start laughing.
yeah, I like his attitude though. I like his attitude because sometimes he doesn't give a crap, and he'll play whatever he wants to play.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Truthfully, play what you like. Play what you like.
So, but yeah, I think you guys should try it. I felt it's fun. There's a little buggy. It is meant for casual players, and I think anyone who's a Star Wars fan, like a big nerd on Star Wars, you're gonna love it. There is no other option, really.
You
I
think
remember
that
play-
game
I
will
rem-
last though?
Yes.
I don't think
Like,
it's gonna last at all.
I mean, not with. Let me clarify. I mean, I'm asking that question as like with just gamers in general, because this month there's a lot of games coming out. That's why I'm asking.
That game
Well,
is for- that
it
game
doesn't
is for
come out
Star
this
Wars
month, does
people.
it?
Say it again.
It doesn't come out this month, does it? This is just the beta right now.
This
Oh
is
yeah,
the
it's
beta.
yeah, you're right. But this month is ridiculous. That's why I was asking, because there's a lot of games coming out. It's kind of freaking.
That game has its own audience. Why do you think they premiered it? Not at TwitchCon, not at Gamescom, not at what's the one in LA? The game
E3.
convention.
E3.
E3.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't put it at like Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, they premiered it at Star Wars Con or what's Star Wars convention. Because that's who's aimed. That's what's aimed for. And those people, they don't buy season passes, but maybe they'll buy microtransactions. That game's not aimed for us, dude. It's a niche audience, but that niche audience is big.
Yeah.
So it will last the whole year and beyond. More so with new maps every 3 months. They're getting 16 maps. They don't buy season passes, so I think that's why they did it. They're like, look at. These are casual players. They're not used to season passes. They're not used to buying map packs. How about we give them all these maps, but we, $1 here, $1 there is better than them not dropping $50. But maybe they'll get the $50 out of them throughout the entire year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
So,
all right, fair
but
enough.
that's where a lot of games are going this year, dude. Some of them are getting some hate. Like Shadow War, that's the new Mordor game.
Yeah, that comes out this month.
Yeah,
on the 10th.
I'm not gonna lie and pretend I know so much of the Shadow game because I never played it. I just know that I've read Shadow War's getting hate. Forza 7, the race car game, they're getting hate because now they have loot boxes.
Yeah, everyone's doing it.
Everything has it. I guess in Shadow War, the big thing is the boxes contain orc followers that are part of your army that make you stronger. You guys, I'll have a link to it below. You guys have to just search it. But I read about it and I'm like, well, that doesn't sound very nice because that's like a big RPG. Why should a big single player RPG have freaking care packs? That makes it seem like the game was like you're not paying for a full game.
Right.
In Forza 7, it's really bad. Because in order to get higher tier cars, you actually have to use your credits to buy crappy cars before you can level up to get the supercars.
Yeah. That's
It's
I
really
feel like
bad.
that's how it was in the last one, but I don't think you had to come out your pocket for it. Either way, I don't like it. I agree, I don't like it.
So yeah, Forza 7's getting a lot of hate. Shadow of War getting a lot of hate. I'll have links to those below. You can just Google them, check them out. They're getting a lot of hate.
Forza just came out, right?
Forza 7, yeah. Forza. I found this kind of interesting though. This was this post off this guy on Reddit, Lunatic. He goes, and he's not a Call of Duty guy, but he saw a banner ad, and he goes, "I just seen a banner ad for Call of Duty, but instead of seeing a man with a gun or a flag or a symbol of warfare that you might expect, I saw microtransactions. Like that was the big picture." The big promoting thing wasn't, "Hey, this is a cool, gritty game that'll put you in the middle of the warfare." No, the ad was, uh, get your COD bonus. I mean, I guess I could post it in a little chat for you. You guys see that?
Yeah,
That's
I
the
see
ad he
it.
saw on Steam. And I'm like, you know what? He's right. That's the focus of the game. I mean, look what you see. A big picture of some coins, 1,100 coins, and then, oh yeah, off to the right, oh yeah, you get to fight in some war.
Honestly, I can't
Isn't that
blame the
funny?
companies for doing this because, in all honesty, it's the people buying it. If you keep buying it, they see that's where their money's coming from, and then they keep putting it more towards that. If you guys really wanted to stop something about it, you need to stop spending your money on microtransactions, and they'd have to,
Yeah.
like, they would have to find a different way to do something about it.
That'll come. You know, it reminds me of Payday. You guys know I love that game. I'm addicted to it.
Mm-hmm.
But when they try to introduce microtransactions in safes, which are like crates that you can get, man, that didn't go so well. They canceled that immediately. They're like, nah, this isn't working because again, people weren't buying it. They were like, no, we're not gonna. Absolutely, we already spend every time you come out with a new character, we spend $6 just for the character, and then you guys usually come out with a map to go with the character, but they're not together, so we got to pay another $6 for it. And you think we're gonna do microtransactions? You must be on some drugs. But yeah, that died quickly. Hopefully, people catch the memo and do the same thing with all of these games doing microtransactions. I respect that this how they have to make money. I can't even speak to that, but I don't know, you milk the same formula too many times. People are gonna catch on, and they're not gonna like it. So I mean, I'd change it up if I could. It would help. It is what it is.
It extends the life of the game, though. I mean, I'm not going to hate on Star Wars because let's see what happens. I don't. They're sort of taking the approach of Overwatch. Overwatch releases a bunch of maps for free, and then you still got to buy those loot crates. How come they don't get? How come?
I always wondered this because I never really checked. Do you have to pay to play Overwatch? Like, is it a game you have to buy? Like, is it $60 or is it a free game on
It's
Battle.net?
$40.
On PC.
Yeah, but
Okay.
when it comes to the crates and everything, you can pay to unlock the characters themselves. Like, you don't have to buy the crates they give you. You
Okay.
can instead of like having to like open a crate and seeing like which one you can get out of there, you can also just buy the character itself of which one you actually want if you save up like enough tokens.
Well, wait. This is why I never understood. If I see an exact costume that I like, can I buy that exact costume in Overwatch?
You could, but the only thing that you can't do is if it's exclusive to a specific month, meaning their holiday. You can buy it, like you have to buy it within that month of that holiday. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well,
So it's like
cool,
exclusive to that only.
I never paid attention because I only play Overwatch maybe once a month, if that. But I have seen some cool costumes in there, and I'm like, can I buy that directly? Can I do that? And you're saying yes, I can.
Yeah, they have like their own currency in there that you can use it when you get the currency from. Whenever you level up once, you get a crate, and once you open something, you either get currency inside the crate, or you also get duplicates, which give you currency in return. Every time you save up currency, you can actually use that currency to unlock a specific skin that you want. Like, you don't have to pay money for it, but you could if you wanted to.
I think that's what Battlefront is doing because I did buy a crate earlier, and I used it using nothing but in-game credits. Now it is a beta, and so I was able to amass 1,000 credits, no problem. So I'm gonna think that they're gonna lower the rate or bump the prices of the. I don't know, probably lower the earn rate. When you guys play it, I think you'll see. It seems like they're copying or learning from Overwatch. That's what it's looking like.
I think everyone's just copying from everyone, to be honest.
Yeah, it just scares me. Yeah, people are just, I don't like this. I don't like it at all. I mean, I get, okay, we're going to make more money. Again, this is the thing where they throw away integrity to make more money. And at some point, the people will catch on.
I'd like Call of Duty to do that. Give all the maps for free, because then the matchmaking would be so much better. And that's a problem on console because it's peer to peer. There is no dedicated servers.
True. So
Half
if you
the
don't
time.
have it, right, you can't get
They
it.
they do have dedicated servers in like major cities, but sometimes it doesn't work.
Actually, you know what, Shadosha, I don't think people are ever going to catch on, to be honest, because if you were to look at it, like, you see a lot of YouTubers now, like, they're brainwashing people by, like, constantly buying supply drops and opening them and saying, like, oh my god, you could get this too. Like, it's constantly, it's also, like, I would have to blame the YouTubers' fault. Now, I'm not saying it's all of them, but it is, some of it's based off of, like, clickbait, saying, like, oh my god, if you keep spending money, you're going to get exactly the same things I have, and you know, it's two people's fault. It's people who are spending the money to continue buying it, and then also the ones that are trying to brainwash people to continue buying them.
Yeah, you know, believe it or not, influencers fall under the window of media, so it's still media doing brainwashing stuff. I agree. Absolutely.
I mean, all those Call of Duty players that do those unboxing videos, God, I hate those guys.
You don't, to be honest,
are those the ones that? Because this is like I watch a couple people do that. I can't stand when Counter-Strike players do it, because especially the pro players, because most of the time they either get it for free or they get, you know, they have money that given to them to get this stuff, and I don't like that. But I don't mind it if, say, like you're like, so they're not it doesn't even have to be a professional player, but a really good player. You actually sat there for hours and watched them grind, and then you see them open crates and stuff. Like I enjoy that. I appreciate that, but even then, you can use that as kind of a soft. Like if you're in the marketing like I am, I would use that as a soft sell and show people it's like, yeah, well, you know, this guy's really good and he's getting these crates, but you don't have to be as good as him and still get the same thing. Because I'm a dirtbag, I'll admit it. You know, it's fine, but I don't know. I just I would much more appreciate it if, as a personality, you were good at the game and then just got the crates. Again, though, that's not effective marketing. You want to just promote the whole unlock this thing and make more money. So I can't complain, because them buying stuff puts food on my table. So
actually, there was a topic recently. There was actually a YouTuber. I don't know if I can actually say the name or not, but I was reading onto it, and apparently he was talking about how scummy people are for not only like opening supply drops every freaking video, but like taking people's accounts where they say, oh, you only need 5 more wins in order to finish your triple play. Let me finish those 5 wins for you, and then I will also open up your supply drop, just to constantly make content for them. And then they'll be like, oh my god, I just got this for my subscriber. Like, and they do it like every single video, that it kind of gets tiring of seeing it, and you're ruining, like, for the people who actually like work for such a long time to get something, and then once they open it, like, people don't want to see it anymore because it's being ruined from overdoing it.
So wait. People actually enjoy, like, there's a culture of people just opening supply crates, and people actually subscribe just to see them click a button and have a shiny little animation. There's a thing for that.
I mean, there's also a thing for people who are constantly overreacting when they get something too. Like, you see the people who open up,
that's
like,
different, because that's funny as hell. But
yeah, but the same thing for let's say COD. That's what they're doing it for, and they'll overreact when they get something for one of their subscribers, when it's like, you know, it's all fake reactions.
Yeah. I probably have, at least every week, at least 2 kids at least say, hey, can you open this on my account? I'm like, what? Why would you want me to do that? But now that you're telling me this, now that I know that there's YouTubers that actually do that,
there's a lot of them that are doing this.
That's crazy, dude. I wouldn't think to do that. That feels like oversaturation. So when I do my unboxings, it's usually after like 500 keys have been earned, 1,000. There's a good amount of, there's like 2 weeks or so in between them, and it's me doing it from my personal account off of keys that I earned, and even then I'm not screaming like a dumbass. I'm like, oh, cool, that's pretty sweet. I'm not, but there's people that like to see that stuff, but that's not what my channel's about.
I'm not gonna lie, I want to do that now. But hear me out.
It's fun though. No, it's fun to save up a bunch of things all at once. I'm doing it for Overwatch. I have like 10 saved up already.
No, it wasn't even that. What I was gonna say is, I don't know if you guys ever see my Instagram. I have the Shadosha unboxings where I just I get ratchet and open things like an ignorant, unappreciative son of a gun. It's funny. It's fun. It's just entertainment. Like if you ever see me, when I got my computer, I did the same thing. We just kind of like tore it apart intentionally. Like obviously I saw it, I was gentle with it, and I prepped it beforehand. But then we reassembled it and then we just kind of ripped it open just to be funny. And people like that stuff. I feel like I should do a Shadosha unboxing, but what I do is like I find somebody who's been grinding really hard in Call of Duty. I drop kick them out their goddamn chair, then I open the crates for them, get hype, and then you know what I'm saying? Like I think that would be sick. I think because that's unique. That's
Isn't that like something that Casey Neistat used to do too? Whenever he got packages, he would always just like rip them apart and then open them, and if it got scratched up, he'd be like, "Oh well." Because like honestly, when it comes to like opening,
I'm not on YouTube.
When it comes to opening stuff, like it's just material, you know what I mean? Like you're not gonna take it in with you in the end, you know what I mean? So like he for his motive, like he ends up like scratching things even if they're brand new or they cost thousands of dollars.
Yeah, well, he's a multimillionaire, so he doesn't give a fudge.
I wish I had that mentality. I'd be like, oh, I scratched something, it's cool. I can't. I'm like super precious about that stuff.
But yeah, as far as the guy opening up his viewers' accounts, one, he's doing it to get some cheap and easy views, and two, why would he overreact? He's not going to get to enjoy it.
Right. It's not even his account, dude.
Yeah. Right, he didn't even grind for it. He just kind of opened it, you know?
Yeah, and there is one other guy that built a fake business off of overreacting to fake CS:GO care packs. So I mean, that's a thing. that's definitely a thing out there.
Another week. I knew you.
So yeah, guys. I mean, but you guys buy microtransactions. You like supply drops and loot crates, don't you guys buy those things?
No, I never. Nope. Actually, you know what's crazy is for the last 2 to 3 months, I've actually saved up every triple play and every grand slam and everything, and it's still on my account, and I have like all these crypto keys. I was actually thinking about doing like a really big unboxing, but to be honest, the game's already dead. So like it's pointless, and I don't understand.
See that. People want to see it still. I mean,
I could probably do one last video before the new game comes out, but for the most part, I find it crazy that people can still constantly like make videos off of Black Ops 3 instead of being creative and thinking of some sort of way they can make the video entertaining. They literally just steal other people's accounts and say, "Oh my god, we're gonna get this from my subscriber," and they overhype it.
Interesting. Well, that makes a lot of sense now. Why I have kids approaching me to open it, and I always tell them, "No, I'm not gonna do that. Nah, I don't want to log into your account. Like if something bad happens, I don't want to get blamed for it. Like your account glitches, someone steals your PS4 wallets or whatever. I don't want to get into it." And it just seems weird. Like it just seemed weird to me. But I've always said this: Call of Duty YouTubers are scum. There's very few that I associate with. Like I can count them on one hand. Like it'd be Codfather, who doesn't even play COD that much, plays GTA. Drifter, Marksman, and then that's it. Maybe Spratty, Marka J, and that's literally a handful. 5.
Yo, Codfather is actually pretty dope at the cinematics he does for GTA 5. I'm really jealous of that. I wish I could learn that.
COD YouTubers are scum. They're just below GTA YouTubers. Just below them. There's a lot of scumbag GTA YouTubers.
Oh, I know, dude. Dirty. Have you seen like half of the GTA 5 YouTubers that like put glitching videos and like say, if you leave a like at the beginning of the video, we'll give you money. And then I
hate YouTubers. Really? I hate YouTubers.
They'll say, actually, there's some people that'll do this. They'll be like, if you leave a like, you can have the chance of winning a gift card at the end of the month for like $50. And then they say it in like every beginning of the video, so you have to leave a like on every video. And then at the end of the month, they don't even give it up. Probably in the end, it's probably fake.
But I think it works. So I watch. There's this Game of Thrones YouTuber I watch, and he says, and he makes good videos. He legit makes good videos. He's read all the books. Like he he does his research. He's legit good. But I can understand where he's coming from because in the first minute, he goes, "Hey guys, leave a like and leave a comment if you want to win this month's $20 Amazon code." And then he gets into the thing. I'm like, oh, okay, that's a little weird, but whatever. His videos are good, so I'll put up with it. But I'm not gonna. I mean, I'll like his videos regardless. I'm just not gonna leave a comment and be like, "Oh, can I win the $20 Amazon?" it's probably not going to be me. It's very weird, but that's what a lot of YouTubers have to do. And I've thought about it, doing it myself. I've definitely done contests and things, but you got to do it in a tasteful way. Like if
Yeah.
you're putting at the beginning of every single video, and then you may not even give it out. Like there's no there's no board of directors or anything that's controlling this. It's just a random dude.
Yeah.
So I try to do mine on that one site where it posts the winner publicly.
You're talking about Gleam?
Gleam. Yeah. I've never had problems with Gleam. It picks the winner. I don't. That's why I like it. And then it posts it publicly for everyone to see. So I try to be on the up and up, but I haven't done a giveaway in like months. Mainly
The
because I've been
thing,
broke as
like,
fuck.
the thing
but
is
still.
for me is like, if I see people doing this and they're getting away with it, I have this like mentality like, oh, maybe I should do it. But at the same time, like, I have like a lot of pride for myself that I'm like, oh no, I can't take this road. I have to like,
Well,
come up with something different in order to get up
no,
there.
I get it, and so do I. But giveaways help, but you gotta do it. Like I'm saying, I do it on Gleam, so the winner is publicly announced, so there's no question who it was. So I mean, I'm not paid by them; they don't sponsor me or anything. But that's one way you can do it. Put on Gleam, just saying. Um, I don't know, and you can put at the end of the video or the middle of the video. You can mention it, not the beginning, and sound cheap. And you can do. There's ways to do it, but it helps. It definitely does help. It'll definitely get you followers and stuff like that. But there's scumbag ways. Like I follow people on IG and like follow me to win this camera. All you gotta do is follow this person and comment and tag 3 people. And I'm like, okay, I'm curious. So I click on that person. And then that person, all you gotta do is follow this person. And I didn't enter the contest, but I followed everyone. Well, I didn't follow them. I clicked on each name and it went on for like fucking 15, 16 different people, dude. I'm
Dude,
like, really?
that's chainmail right there.
I'm like, you really want me to follow? And I stopped at 16. It probably went on to 25 or so. I'm like, really? You want me to follow 20 different random people who I don't even know? And then you want me to tag spam my other friends? Like, come on, man. That's scumbag right there.
Have you ever seen the post where it's like people say, "Oh, screenshot this picture, post it, and then tag all of us," and it's just like literally spamming everyone's feeds too.
Yeah, Instagram is kind of weird. They're like YouTube was back in the day, because YouTube back in the day was subscribe to me and like and fave and comment and you win a $20 gift card. But there was no regulation there, and it was kind of just like the Wild West. No one got hate. And then I think a couple YouTubers got hate, and now it's chilled out. Now you don't see it as much. It's still there, obviously, but not as much. IG is just like, follow this person, then you go to that person, follow this person. It's like, wow, dude, really? And it's mostly kids, so they kind of don't care. They just accept it. But I'm not gonna follow 20 people doing a camera or whatever it is they're giving away. It's crazy. But there's ways to do giveaways and not be a jerk about it. So we've been bullshitting for about an hour or so.
I'm gonna have to beep you out with.
I don't know. How do you guys feel about cursing on the podcast? Should we just beep it out? That's a loud beeping, or just talk?
Honestly, you guys don't even curse though. Like I haven't heard you say it. I don't curse because I have like censorship in my own way. No, I don't care if you guys curse.
I try not to curse. I do. I try not to. But I'm like, I already said bullshit. What am I gonna say? Bull crudding. I'm like, oh fuck it. I'm gonna say it.
Actually, you know what? Whenever I stream and people say like curse words in my chat and I'm reading them out loud, like whenever someone says shit, I say shite like that. I know it's like the other way of saying it, but like I try to find ways to like say it, but I'm
gonna troll you in your chat now. Just
stop.
To you're really about you shouldn't have said anything. Plus, you owe me some milk. Where's my milk?
Listen, it's probably rotten by now. Sorry.
Whatever, bro.
Listen, we always ask for viewer comments, viewer topics. We have to cover that before we peace out.
Let's do it.
We had a comment from Oscar, and he says, favorite anime segment? Favorite anime? What's everyone's favorite anime? And go. Dosh, what is your favorite anime that you just love to watch? It is a classic. you recommend it to everybody. What is your favorite
Nah,
anime?
we're not gonna do that because that's not appropriate. But I will say this: Attack on Titan sucks. It sucks. Fight me in the comments. I'm trying to start something because I already did this on my Twitter. Attack on Titan sucks. All right.
Okay, wasn't that like a book before, and then they made it into an anime?
Yeah, the manga was all right, but it sucks that you have to wait like 80 freaking chapters until something actually happens. And the anime is even worse. Attack on Titan sucks. Such a great plot, drawn out. Sucks. Okay, no,
Attack on Titan. That's the one about these giants and they come to eat people, right?
Yeah, it's basically pretty much.
Yeah, it sounds interesting, but you're saying the anime sucks.
Sucks. It sucks. You'll wait. It'll take you like, remember Dragon Ball back in the day? Where it take forever to charge a fireball? At least it was plot development while the fireball was charging. This anime, no plot development. No damn plot. You wait about 16 years for something to happen, and then you know what happens? The main character does something stupid. Then you get sidetracked by another side plot that never takes place. And then the main characters, the antagonists, they have a purpose to what they're doing, but it never gets there because the protagonist is so stupid and does something and draws it out more. Screw that anime. Screw anybody in the comments that's going to try to fight me on this. Everybody on my Twitter that's listening, screw you too. The anime sucks. Go plank in traffic. All right? Shoot.
It sounds like a RPG. Like you go on the main quest, but then you get sidetracked by something else. Then you got to do that.
Yeah, the anime is a big ass mini game, right? It's a mini game. This is a big dumbass filler episode. The anime isn't just a filler. Screw that anime. Mikasa, you had a chance to be cool, but you're a damn tool. That other guy whose name I always forget with the blonde hair, someone's gonna remind me his name. You a scrub too, being all smart, but you mad stupid. How you gonna be smart and dumb at the same damn time? Screw Eren, because Eren is dumb. And what the hell is the point of the key? When are you gonna use the key? All right, I'm sorry. I'm muting myself now because I'm salty.
My favorite anime will probably be Ghost in the Shell, and then they made it into a movie, and I haven't heard anything about the movie, so it tells me that it was bad. No one said, "Wow, you got to see this movie." I haven't heard nothing about it, so I know it has Scarlett Johansson in it. Maybe I'll check out the live action movie, but the anime was cool. I don't watch much anime. That's maybe a Ghost in the Shell. That was really cool about. Well, just watch it. If you like sci-fi, Matrix, stuff about our robots, humans, things of that nature. When does a robot become a human? Stuff like that. Ghost in the Shell, great graphics, animated. It is cool. That's my favorite anime, but I don't watch much anime. That's old school. And Becca, what do you like? Do you like any favorite anime?
I actually heard Ghost in the Shell was really bad, but I'm gonna watch it because I want to,
the movie. The
movie.
Live action. Okay.
No, the one that was made recently.
Yeah, that's the movie, and then there's the anime, the actual cartoon.
Okay, well, the movie I heard it had really bad reviews and everything, but I want to watch it myself just to actually see it. I didn't even know it was like an anime beforehand. I think it was Sony that actually ended up working on it. But I don't watch anime. I actually don't. I don't understand why people have an obsession with it. I mean, if you do,
anime
that's cool.
Like anime is great. Okay,
I can understand. I can understand people having their their fetishes because people have people watch people.
Yo, you're done talking, Smiles. I'm through with you.
People watch freaking My Little Pony and they're grown ass men, and then I don't know. I just find it as a fetish. I don't watch anime. I do make jokes about watching hentai.
Oh my gosh. There we go. That's where you were really going. Because you know what? I'll fight you later because hentai is dope. And on the sidebar, I forgot to mention.
Wow, hold on. Now you lost me. Hentai is that now that's a fetish.
Stop. Listen, I got a point to make. Okay, Boku no Hero, I heard was really dope. I don't know.
Now you're making me want to go watch it just to see what it's about.
Boku no Hero is It's not a hentai. It's a really dope shonen anime, and I want to watch it because everybody keeps telling me to watch it. So I'm gonna watch it.
I don't know, man. If you have if you have a name that's very similar to Boku no Pico, then I would understand how you would think.
Wanted to talk about Boku no Pico. Hey,
I would understand how you would. I would understand how you would see a hero as a hentai too, just from similar names.
Give me some lemonade. I'm done with you in this podcast. I'm leaving. I don't hear nothing out your damn mouth.
Well, rip in peace any ad monetization. We mentioned gun control, weapons, Nazi zombies, hentai. So there's
It's
not going to
okay.
be
Every
ads
word
on
that
this.
you said that revolves around, being censored, it's just gonna say beep beep beep.
Nah, so leave it. So is that it? So Doge split. I
Nah,
think
he'll
we're
be
at the
back
section.
eventually.
So I think we're at the section where we just talk about what we're doing and what's going on this week with us. Good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
Okay. So while Dosh is gone, I'll go first. I'm streaming still every single day. I'll be play, playing some Black Ops and Star Wars this weekend. Black Ops completing the contract because they released another one because they got extended game time. Star Wars, I'll probably be playing a little bit of that. It is fun, but it's limited. You only get to play 3 maps. You got the big map, the star map, the flying map, whatever. So I'll be checking that out. So links down below to all my stuff, or just Google me. It's Mikey Gaming. It's Mikey Gaming. Same thing on Twitch, chat, IG, Facebook, Twitter. Just Google me, okay? Or links in bio. Dosh, what are you up to this week? What is cracking? Where can people find you? What's going, and go?
So I was gonna actually give Fortnite a rest. I was, but my stream has doubled in viewership and retention since so. So thanks to everybody for supporting me
It's
and
popping,
making.
dude.
Yeah, yeah.
We
So
didn't.
I
I didn't.
gotta. Good.
I didn't. I hate to interrupt, but I have to mention this. They had 7 million people register for that game, so there's an audience. And I was watching it last night, Dosh, and your stream was entertaining. You had one of your friends playing, and it was very fun. And I think you may be onto something here if you play that game. I'm just saying from a viewer standpoint. And you're good at the game. You're an entertaining streamer. You've always been an entertaining person, and this may be a future for you here. I don't know what, but now that you've said that you double your viewers, there's something there, dude. There's something there. Or I'll shut up. I'm just saying.
Yeah. No,
I can
no.
see why you doubled. I can see why you
I
doubled.
I agree with you. I'm getting better at the game and battle royales in general. Like I played PUBG and I played what is it called, H1Z1. But Fortnite, I just have a lot of fun being silly and playing with silly people. So yeah, we've been killing it. I got my duos win, so that's out of there. I showed people in my stream my version of an optimal crate rush and all of that other stuff. And so, believe it or not, there is new content coming out, and it's really refreshing to go from something like Payday, which again I was growing with Payday, but not at the level I was growing with Fortnite. And you know, then I get to actually play with viewers and do more fun stuff because I have a new computer. Like it's been great. So, I mean, if people want to join me on that, or at least watch me until they fix the cross platform, because it does work. By the way, I did try it out finally. I was able to get into a couple of people who were on PS4. I was able to get into their matches just by joining them, and so that was great. I'm gonna be doing more of that, and of course, I'll be doubling that up with Tekken. But in the meantime, there's gonna be a couple of days when I'm off because next week I will be going to Vegas for the Mobile Masters tournament hosted by Amazon. That's in Vegas, and I'm going to be an analyst for a game called Critical Ops. So I'm going to be practicing my knowledge on Critical Ops, doing some analysis stuff this week and most of next. And then, Saturday, I got a big show. So it's going to be great. I'm hyped. I'm excited for it. All of that's going to be on twitch.tv/Shadosha. And then on my Twitter, I'm going to make sure to keep everybody posted on that stuff. And before I say anything else, because I don't want to forget, I got to give a shout out. So if you saw my Instagram, I got a brand new bootleg DX Racer chair. And I only call it bootleg because my stream told me to. They actually banded together because they saw a video of me having my rickety chair with the pillow cushion on it. I was like real thugging with it. Like I'm talking about poverty level, right? They was like, nah, that's not fly enough. We gotta get you something nice. So they all got together behind my back and they sent me a brand new chair. I did a Shidosha unboxing. I almost cut the chair in half and everything. Like it was great. So good stuff there. I definitely brag and I sit in a chair. I got this new little sex appeal angle I got going on. So now I look fly and my bicep look bigger than it usually is. I'm actually going to go to the gym right after this, which is dope. But yeah, much love to LSX, Raz, Hanzo, who else? Tenor Clubs, Kuma, and I'm forgetting somebody. Stefan. Oh my goodness. We'll come back later. I'll remember the last name, but go ahead. I'm going to get it later. Oh my God, I got to look it up.
All right, guys. So link in bio /Shadosha, or on Instagram, I am Shadosha. And Rebecca, what are you up to? What's going on? What you been doing? What you posting? What's going on?
Before we get to me, Shidosha, Critical Ops is the mobile game, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, I've actually seen people playing it, and I kind of want to play it, but like, I've never really had the chance to do it. What are you
Now
doing?
it
Like
sounds
shoutcasting
crazy.
first, or?
Yeah, I used to, okay, so people don't know. This is before the podcast got started up. So for the last 6 months, I've actually been a professional commentator and analyst for the game. I used to do it for ESL. So I'm pretty decent at the game. I had some clips and stuff from when I used to play it. And this is before they took it off of PC and they went to mobile. So I was pretty decent at it. So I kind of get the meta of the game. It's a fun mobile game and it actually runs very well. It's very competitive. These kids are ridiculous. And honestly, I didn't even know what was going on. The community actually hit me up and was like, yo, Doge, ESL commentary was dope. We need you in Vegas. So they actually got together to send me out there.
Oh, okay. I'll probably check it out or check out some more videos on it. But
It's free. Try it. It's free.
yeah. So basically, I think last week I ended up saying like I wanted to reinvent myself, and I was like constantly like sick and feeling like I couldn't get out of bed, and I had like these horrible migraines that I have no control over. I would just have to take medicine. So I was procrastinating doing anything, but yesterday I actually was very productive. I was trying to be more productive with my time. So I ended up like recording episodes for like Cuphead, and I've been uploading those to YouTube.
Oh, shoot. We
Other
didn't talk about Cuphead. No. Could continue. Sorry.
other than uploading for YouTube, I'm trying to be more consistent with it. I do stream still. I'm very consistent with streaming than I am anything in my life. So either it's streaming or it's just uploading to YouTube, anything. I'm trying to work on doing more stuff and being more, trying to get out of my comfort zone, especially when it comes to making videos. I have like a lot of ideas that I want to do, but I just don't know how to go about them. So eventually I'll figure out a way. And then TwitchCon is coming up soon, actually on the 20th of this month, if
Oh,
anyone's going.
shoot.
So I mean, if anyone ever wants to meet me there or like say hi, give me a hug. I think Shadosha might actually be there as well. So
I just forgot which day it was. Yeah, I gotta get ready for it. Ah, shoot.
yeah, we're gonna be at TwitchCon. So I mean, if anyone would like to, I think I'm not gonna say anything yet, but there might be some news about me doing like a meet and greet there. I'm not too sure. I can't give like 100% detail. I mean, I could say it on Twitter when it's actually announced. But like, I mean, I'm actually kind of excited. I'm really excited. I feel like I'm like getting out of my comfort zone and I'm actually doing something.
So yeah, guys, links to everybody down below, links to everything. Most of the stuff that we talked about that I can remember, links to everyone's Twitter and Twitch and IG and social and whatever stuff that they have. Okay, in case you didn't want to Google them, huh?
I got the names. I got them finally. Okay, I'm ready for it. Ready?
The names.
Yeah, I gotta
For
do
the
the names. I
people,
gotta
you
give them a
gotta
shout
shout
out because
out.
they're gonna cut me. Okay, so
Oh.
everyone that got me the chair, it was Ten of Clubs, Shogun Raz, Ill Passion, Hanzo, LSX, Kuma, and then on Friday when the video comes out, Stefan. There you go. You guys are the greatest. I love you. I did my shout out. Sorry, Mikey, take it away.
So yeah, link in bio to everything, guys. Wherever it is that you're watching this, listening, whatever, thumbs up, share, 5-star, whatever it is, support it to keep it going. We appreciate it, and yeah, I guess we'll see you guys next Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Will you guys be here or out of
Yeah,
town?
we'll be here next Friday. Not the. I
I'll
don't
be
think
here.
we'll be there in 2 weeks from now.
Next Thursday. Thursday, want to get technical.
I'll
Well,
be
I
there
mean-
for both. I'm a thug. I always show up, except for that one time I didn't show up.
All right, guys. See you around. Great talk, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.